Warning, warning. Proceed with caution. Hazardous conditions ahead. Slippery when wet. Watch for falling objects. Prepare yourself for entering the mind and thoughts of Mark Herbert Schmidt. 20 minutes to leave your mark.
All right, everyone, thanks so much for listening to another episode. Now, what we used to do back in the day, we used to do 20 minutes to leave your mark. And that's Mark Herbert Schmidt. You may see him on Facebook. You might remember him from high school. That's how we know each other, is from high school. And we've been to church together. We go to the same church. Just kind of reconnected. One day, this is how it went. When I was recording just a bunch of random type of podcasts, I threw on Facebook, hey, open spot right now. Whoever hits me up can get on here, do it. And within 30 seconds, Mark posts, hey, what's your address? I'm on my way. And so Mark shows up. We record this in my old house. I don't know if you remember that. We just sat there in the small little
you for $5, dude.
And so then through
Two truths and a lie.
Yes, and then we had a few people that kind of hit me up and they're like, dude, Mark's humor is kind of like, I kind of jive with that. Now, the reason I say Mark's humor, and I'm just kind of trying to do a quick little recap of everything, is one day we were driving. He actually won tickets to go to the parlor. Do you want the headphones or no? Do you not like the headphones?
Oh,
you can put them on if you don't. I mean, no, these ones right here. These ones right here. These right here.
Totally wasn't thinking.
You're okay. With the parlor, we went to the parlor, the comedy club. I don't even know if it's around anymore. Probably went out of business.
They had a lease owner thing.
Yeah.
They shut down. I was really bummed.
Yeah, I'm sure you were because you had all the points in the world. We'll get to AMC in a second. Anyways, or Regal. We'll get to that in a second. But anyway, we went and watched Marlon Wayans. And the funny thing about there's certain comics out there that not everyone gets, but the comics get them. And so as I was hearing as we're driving there, I'm listening to Mark's jokes. I'm like, there's Mark, if he went on stage and did some stand up, he'd be funny. But what would be really funny is, and I'm putting a bunch of pressure on him, is all the comics out there. So he's got that obscure humor that is where some people just jive with it, and that's what I had. So people hit me up, and I'm like, okay, well maybe we'll just do a podcast, 20 minutes. Because here's the other thing: Mark loves to talk, and I love to talk. And I was trying something out where I was like, we need to just put a confined timeline, or else this thing's going to run 2 hours. So if I say 20 minutes, then I know that we can pack it all in. I could rapid fire him. He'd come with his list of things for me to throw at him. And then, as life goes on, there's busy seasons, there's slow seasons, and we just kind of haven't been able to really sit down to record. So we're going to go a little bit longer than 20 minutes, obviously.
Happy hour.
Yeah, we're open a happy hour.
Happy hour.
Or happy hour, maybe even more of a happy hour than that. So we're going to catch back up in this episode. I'm going to hit him with some rapid fire questions. I've got questions that I've asked other guests that I want to ask him to kind of see what he says. He doesn't know any of these questions, by the way. And then also he kind of brought up something that I kind of want to tell you guys about this as well, is that sometimes people just listen on the Facebook app, but Full Buddy Cast is on YouTube. It's on no video, just the audio. It's on Spotify. It's on iHeartRadio. It's on Apple Podcasts. Some people have to download the whole thing in some of these different types of ways of listening, but try all those, because I know sometimes when the screen goes off or you shut your phone down or whatever, you have to start at the beginning, or that stops and starts and skips around. And it's for your listening enjoyment. Could be hampered by the Facebook app, could be hampered by the actual Libsyn site that some people go to listen. Go hit up those other ones, and then when you do and you find it, please subscribe, because that helps me out as well. And finally, before we jump in with Mark here, we're going to shout out the sponsors and the Patreon subscribers. Shout out to Cole Street Brewery. Go see Sean and then get your VIP treatment when you talk to him about the podcast or check in. Same thing with Mazatlan. Go get the Hollenbeck Chalupa. Go say hi to Andy. He's been on a couple times. And then also go hit up Cole Street Brewery. Or not Cole Street Brewery, but sorry, Bordeaux Wine Bar, because they have also moved over to they're moving. I think they've already moved, but by the time you listen to this, but they're over where across from the library, where that little house is, where it has used to have like the massages and.
Oh, that was the haunted house next to Godfather's that got moved. Remember?
So and it's a haunted house as well.
Remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Dude, it was right next to Godfather's, that creepy ass house. Like when we were like sophomores, dude. They straight up moved that shit. Looked like the shit from Big Bad Beetleborgs or some shit, dude.
These are our sponsors. It's fixed up now. It's no longer.
It looks way nicer.
It's no longer haunted. Don't want that. Don't want to get my sponsorship dropped.
It didn't say it was. I didn't mean it was haunted. I said it looked haunted.
Looked like a haunted house. Yeah. Yes, but yes, that's exactly. I think. Were you there? Were you one of the people that watched it get moved?
Hell yeah, I remember doing that.
Yeah,
or I remember watching it.
Yeah, when it was getting moved.
Yeah, it was looked way different.
Quite the feat.
Extreme makeover.
So please go hit them up, and also the Patreon subscribers. If you want to support the podcast, I'm trying to buy new equipment. I'm trying to get new merch out there. Every dollar helps. So if you wouldn't mind, if you're interested in that, Patreon. This is where I pass the bucket. It's like at the church. I pass the bucket. We're not going to call it a tithe, but we got people that do subscribe, and I want to shout them out: Casey Scott, Seth Loop, Eric Madrid, Kellen Hall, and Holly Graff. If you want to be on there too, there's different tiers: $5, $10, $25, $40 if you want to go really max each month. And that will help me be able to provide, not for my family, but for the pod room and for my guests. And so if you enjoy it, if you enjoy this, if you literally sit down there and enjoy this, please consider $5. And just like at church, if you're just a guest, don't worry about tithing. Don't worry about, but please, if you do like Full Buddy Cast, please also consider Patreon, patreon.com, search Full Buddy Cast, all one word, and hit that up. All right. Big intro done.
You could always try to buy your family member out of purgatory, like in the Catholic Church too.
That's a good idea. I should create fear in people right now.
Fear tactics.
That's a great idea. Oh, by the way, we're going to hold everyone hostage right now. If you don't subscribe, you got to subscribe right now.
We're going through a tunnel.
Mark Herbert Schmidt, how the heck are you? It's been a while.
Doing all right. How about you?
Doing good. It's been a busy 2021 already. 2020 sucked. You, though, helped out. You brought some Rockridge Orchard. What's this called? Glavenstein? What's it called?
Gravenstein, I believe.
And it's delicious cider. No sponsorship yet there. Just a freebie. Just a shout out. So what's new in your life, man? When's the last time we talked? It's been a while.
It's been a while. Got in a car wreck right before Thanksgiving. I was on my way to church to like some small group, and I must have like dozed off for like a fraction of a second, wrecked my truck, and then next month I got 3 weeks notice to move out because the place I was renting was going up for sale.
Really?
Then I like switched over to my brother's phone plan, and T-Mobile totally like destroyed my phone, like crippled it, and so then I had to like bitch them out for like 24 hours solid on
So what do you mean they crippled it? What do you mean by that?
I guess my phone couldn't handle the transfer from Sprint to T-Mobile, even though they told me there was going to be no issues with that.
It was like an unlocked phone kind of a thing?
It just, for some reason, the software or something. But they messed it up, and rather than just making it right, they just like kept having me. I went into the store, like, closed it down like 5 nights, went there like 11 different times, was probably dealing with it like 5 hours a day for like over a week. It was insane, dude.
So let me tell you guys this. I used to work for T-Mobile. Shout out T-Mobile. Also not a sponsor. But I worked at the outlet mall. And the scariest thing was when someone would walk in with their phone and they're like, I want to upgrade. I want to get a new phone. You're like, okay, cool. And they had the technology then where you would plug it into a machine and then that machine would plug it into the new phone and you would transfer the data or data, however you call it.
Tomato.
Yeah. To data into from one phone to the other. And it was scary because you had everyone's pictures, you had everyone's videos, you had everyone's songs, you had everyone's texts, because sometimes it didn't transfer over, and it would just be I don't know. I have no clue. I'm just a guy getting paid to like sell you this thing. I'm sorry, I didn't create this machine.
There was no cloud back then.
Yeah. And so it was like, I mean, this is when like the GS2 or whatever, SG, it was like when iPhone came out and then like Galaxy came out and they were going head to head. Anyway, it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing the best I can. And sometimes that would happen and I'd feel so bad. Now, did you do the whole Eeyore thing where you're like, well, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen to me. Of course, this is going to happen.
Oh, no, that happened before I even got the process started. we went over to like, I talked to my brother, talked to T-Mobile. Was like, hey, what did my brother have to do to get over here? They're like, just pay off his phone. So I called Sprint. Am I going to like breach a contract? Nope, just pay off your phone. You're good to go. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go over there and the guy's like, yeah, this will be easy, no problem. And I'm like, I laughed at him, right? And he kind of doesn't understand why I'm laughing. I go, dude, nothing goes smooth for me, dude. And so he kind of looks at me all weird. Sure enough, just shit hits the fan. Every possible thing that goes wrong. And I was like, dude, I looked at my brother. I was like, dude, I ain't fucking around, dude. I told you it never goes smooth for me.
Never.
Dude. Something always goes wrong.
Yeah.
Straight up Roy Munson over here.
Getting Munsoned. Shout out Kingpin. If you guys didn't know this either, if you listen to Mark for the first time, please go back and re-listen to some of the other ones. But this dude is a movie micro machine. Like, this guy will shoot out, like the micro machine guy back in the
80s.
Yeah, he'll shoot out references as fast as he possibly can. This guy's a movie connoisseur. So you're there. That crapped out. Did you get anything?
Have you ever heard that guy do a Michael Jackson song?
No. Is it like YouTube? I can find
he'll
it.
He'll do, I think, Smooth Criminal or something like that. But he'll do like one of the Michael Jackson songs. He'll do Bad. He'll do Bad, and he'll read the entire lyrics to Bad, and he does it like just when
it's over in like 15 seconds.
Like,
yeah,
like he's like done. It's like fucking nuts, dude. Speaking of Kingpin, dude, it could be Amish happy hour because everything we do plus a half, dude.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's like 30 minutes plus another 15, dude. That's the
Amish happy hour.
Happy hour.
I know. I meant happy. Yes, I got a lisp going on over here. I've got stuff in my head right now. We're gonna keep moving, but right there, what do you see right there? What is that against the wall?
You talking about the Jetsons or Sean Kemp running through the finish line?
Jetsons. It's not Jetsons. It looks like Jetsons.
George from Dennis the Menace.
Dennis the Menace.
Yeah.
Mr. Wilson.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I said Jetsons. I knew it was Dennis the Menace, but I was thinking I said the wrong one. But Sean Kemp looks like he's going through a ribbon at the finish line right now.
Yeah, dude. It looks
straight up Bruce Jenner on the Wheaties box.
So we got these pictures on the wall, but I want to tell Mark this because I figured he would be really interested in this. So I went to Vegas, and at the end of the strip on Old Town, they have a toy. I don't know if you've been there before, but it has a toy shop, and it's got vintage toys.
It's like a swap meet kind of Comic-Con thing.
It's like collector's paradise. I mean, it's smaller. It's a small room. It's not that big. It's like maybe 2 of these pod rooms, maybe 3. But I found a box of like old cells. Now, not cell phones like yours, but the cells, what they call for cartoons.
Film and stuff.
Yeah, they paint. You go pull that out right now, you will feel the paint on the plastic. So that was actually used, an actual picture in one of the cartoons.
Nice.
I bought my brother a Ghostbusters one. It had Slimer and Peter Venkman in it. Or maybe it might have had just Peter Venkman in it. Dude, those are like, the Slimer's like $50. Like, those are super collective. And then I got him an Eek the Cat. I don't know if you remember Eek the Cat.
Terrible Thunder Lizards, dude. Dude, that was funny shit, man.
That show was awesome.
Dude, that fat caveman was always inventing shit, and it would just like always nearly kill the skinny guy. And
Yeah.
like, jungle slug sucking my brain.
I like the whiny pirates. It was a cartoon short of like all these pirates that would just whine about it. I got sand in my boot.
Eat the Cat was ahead of its time. It had all these references in it and stuff. Nobody got half of them.
Yeah, it really was.
Apocalypse Now and all that.
It was so funny. I wish that that would be on Netflix. I'd watch that now if it's on Netflix or Hulu.
It'd probably be censored now. Me and my brother were watching Always Sunny, and like
All these
episodes are missing. Yeah,
I know,
like,
and there's some good ones too.
but they'll let cuties on there. Like,
yeah, dude, it's nuts. What else is going on? I'm throwing in a spot right now. Is there anything new besides that?
Nothing exciting.
Okay.
Just been eating a lot of food.
Are you looking to bulk up? Are you gaining mass?
No, I need to get back in the gym. I've just been lazy. I joined the gym last month because I wasn't even going to the other one, and I haven't gone at all this month.
You know, the funny thing is one of our highest rated listened to podcasts was Rhiannon's, talking about her love of your shows. And that was like the title, like Rhiannon loves Mark's shows. Come in.
Did we order pizza?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it there already?
Yes, he was like, did you guys order pizza? And I was like, oh, wait, sure.
Yes.
Okay.
My kids will be
Speaking of
happy.
Pizza, remember Ninja Turtles with the pizza guy?
Hey, pizza guy. Or
When he hands the bill up through the
Yeah.
software. Do you remember what he says?
so hold on. So I got this for my 10th birthday. So he pushes it up, or he pushes it down, pushes the money up. He said, "No, what? No tip, or thanks for the tip, or something like that." And he goes, "Be here 30 minutes or less, or it's free, or something like
It
that."
says, a wise man says, forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza.
Stupid. Stupid
It is.
stupid that we know that. Like,
Oh,
stupid
yeah,
that, like, it's just so how worthless of information that we know.
I can't pass the test. My life depends on it,
Yeah.
but I can remember some dumbass shit.
Dude, I know. I've had to take these types for my work. I have to take these types of like certs and tests, and I'm like, man, if they could just put this in a movie of all the information and just say it in a quirky voice, I'll remember that answer easily. Reading it's doing nothing for me right now.
You remember TV Funhouse?
Saturday Art TV Funhouse.
Yeah.
TV Funhouse.
Like ambiguously gay doing
Yes,
all that.
yes.
So they
Saturday
had
Night
this one like where it was like mnemonics, and it was like teaching you mnemonics, and it was like instead of northeast southwest, it was like no Spaniard enjoys washing.
Oh no!
And then they had like one for like
Can't say that. That's so PC now. It's
Well,
like
I
done.
didn't say it.
I
TV
know,
Funhouse
but
did.
not you. But I'm
Okay.
saying like nowadays that wouldn't fly.
It just makes it more edgy.
Yeah.
No, anyway, though, it would have like one where it was doing all the organs, you know, like mouth, esophagus, gallbladder, and all that. And the mnemonic for that was "Mom eats squirrel guts because she lives in rural Arkansas." And like it'll totally help you remember when you remember that mnemonic.
That's insane. All right, little rapid fire for you.
Okay.
Rapid fire means I rapid out the questions. He repeato the answers. If you could perform one heroic act, what would it be?
Pay for somebody's meal.
Ooh, that's pretty good. It is very heroic. Now, would you ever stop for a moment, walk by, and not pay it forward in a sense where you're just like, oh, I'm going to pay for whoever sits here next, but you're like, you see someone on a date, and you kind of, this is challenging. He may challenge this dude. This dude's like trying to impress this girl, and you're like, hey, I'll pay for both of you guys' meals, and see what he says. Maybe he'll be like, and what would the reaction be of the girl? Because the guy may be like, yo, no, I got this, or be like, sweet, thank you.
I'll just say I'm assuming you're both going Dutch.
But how?
That way nobody's offended and nobody feels
Yes,
like
you're walking off.
like I insulted them on the date.
Okay, so let me ask you this: on the date, you're there. You can only buy one meal. Who are you buying? The guys or the girls?
I'm buying them appetizers to share. Mozzarella sticks.
I would buy the girls one,
Yeah.
and I'd be like, and I'm married. Deal with it. I just showed the dude up, and I'm not even gonna deal. I'm not even like worried about. I don't want her number or nothing. I just bought it, showed him up. I look cool. I gotta walk out.
No, you know what I'd do is I'd pay for it anonymously and tell the waiter to say that the creepy guy over there paid for it, so they start fighting, dude.
Oh, that'd be good too.
To start unnecessary drama.
So the creepy guy wouldn't be you, and you'd be pointing to someone
I would just
else.
pay and
And walk away.
Give somebody else the credit for it. So I just start drama and I watch from the other corner and just watch it all unfold.
That okay? Maybe I would do. I like that. I'm gonna up yours a little bit. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna pay the waiter like a $10 tip to say it's from him, and then an extra $10 if he winks at her, and then see how that goes.
But the waiter might get fired for that. But otherwise, I'd be totally down for that. But I think $10 ain't worth risking his job. But
Maybe
how about we get some side bets where we get multiple people? Like whatever guy is in her eyesight. So like if there's a guy behind her boyfriend,
yeah.
so the guy's paranoid. Every time she glances and her eyes move slightly to the side of his head, she thinks that it's the guy that just paid for a meal. So it like really gets in her boyfriend's head.
So how about this? Two couples on separate dates.
Two dragons.
You have one guy on table 1 pay for the girl of table 2. Then you have the girl from table 1 pay for or somehow you got to mix it up. So
it looks like they both got their meal paid for.
Yes, and it's it's not the guy for the girl, but it's like you got to make it to where it looks in one instance it looks like a guy hitting on the girl, and then the other one the girl hitting on the guy.
Or the guy hitting on the guy and the girl hitting on the girl.
Okay,
2021, baby.
See, now it's moving things forward. See how that joke just got so progressive? Dude, and then we don't even know if they're guys or girls. The next step is we don't even assume the gender and just whoever randomly buys it.
Exactly.
Dude, we're so good.
What if they thought they knew the gender that they were buying for and they were even wrong?
I don't even assume genders anymore. All right, so next question is, this is a good one. This is crazy. This is random, guys. I just grabbed this out. Rapid fire. What is the most inspiring movie you have ever seen? Inspiring movie.
Pay It Forward.
I've never seen it. What's in it? Talk about it. Who is it?
So one with Kevin Spacey, Haley Joel Osment, Helen Hunt. It's the one where that kid does an act of kindness and says to pay it forward, and he gets this movement going where everybody's doing something without expecting anything in return.
It's just took a big swig of that Rock Ridge Orchard. I guess we just did that. What would be it's kind of the same thing. What household chore have you never done?
Which one have I never done?
Never done.
Never cleaned a hot tub.
Even people with hot tubs don't clean the hot tub. So
Yeah.
that's like the one thing. If you go to someone's house that's like, oh, you got a hot tub? Oh, yeah, we do. Oh, we should come over some night and do that. We could go hang out in the hot tub. And then like the husband looks at the wife and the wife looks at her like, yeah, we should totally do that. And then just never bring it up again.
They give each other that awkward look like somebody just paid for their meal.
Hey, settle this debate. I've got one of my friends. He wants to purchase a hot tub for the dudes. And his wife is like, that's weird if 6 of you dudes are all in the hot tub together. Now, what we picture is we're all married dudes, cigars, whiskey or beer, and just out with the stars riffing and talking about stupid stuff. Is it weird with hot tubs that 6 dudes are in them?
I would say if they're in their whitey tighties. And the reason why I say that is because I was at the gorge.
Oh gosh!
I was at the gorge, and I'm not going to say who I was with. They'll know. Mm-hmm. And so there was a few of us, and one of our friends bought some shrooms off this guy.
James Noddig. Okay, I'm already.
I've never been to the gorge with Jim.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He said that he was hanging out with me one time, and then somebody called to see where he was, and I was like, I'm at the gorge. He's not with me. That was an interesting one.
Oh, man.
It was like, way to throw me under the bus, bro. I can't help you if you don't tell me where the heck we're at. Oh, yeah, back to that. So one of our buddies buys like some shrooms off this guy, and they're not affecting me at all. Like, I just kept eating them. like I was eating pretzels or something, man. And I probably killed like a little small baggie before noon by myself.
Oh, really?
And I was like totally fine. It almost like sobered me up. And all my other friends, it was hitting them good, man. They're totally feeling it. And the guy that he bought them from.
Hold on, stop, smile. All right, that's going on the page.
So I was like, who'd you get him from? And it's like, oh, the guy that's camped across, the road from us. It was like 8 dudes, no chicks, all just hanging out in their underwear like they were like the McPoyles from Always Sunny or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm like, these shrooms got to be good if you're all hanging out.
All dudes just
all
like
dudes in your
chilling
whitey
underwear.
tighties. I'm like, these shrooms got to be working. They're just not working on me.
That's hilarious. Oh, man, that's weird. So if you could, you had to be in a hot tub. This is a draft pick in a sense. I'm not going to draft. You were only drafted. You're one of 5 dudes in a hot tub in your whitey tighties. Who you comfortable enough to be all of you guys do like whitey tighties in a hot tub together? Who are you guys?
I guess I could, but I don't see why I would want to.
Who are the guys? Who are the other 4 guys?
People I don't know.
No, really?
Yeah. Awkward eye contact. It's like when you go to use a sauna.
So it's not your boys. It's none of your dudes. It's just 4 randos.
people that don't speak the same language as me.
You're as you try to have a conversation with them. Do they all speak the same language? And you're the only one that doesn't?
It's like the Tower of Babel. Dude.
No, just everyone's just rando. That's hilarious. Hey, shout out to James Noddig, Jim as you call him.
Yeah.
He anytime I go live on Enumclaw Discussion Board, check it out on Facebook, but Enumclaw Discussion Board, he will like say, like, too long, shut it down. we're not here to watch some 10-minute video. Keep it short. Keep it simple. He was an internet troll before there was an internet.
Oh, yeah.
How did you guys become friends?
We worked at Dell's Farm Supply back in like 2002 is when I started working there.
Yeah. So that's how you guys met. And...
They used to mess with me when I started working there.
Wait, so you didn't even know, because you came over, what, your junior year or senior year?
Sophomore year.
Sophomore year. I think he was probably a senior.
Miss Evans.
When you were a sophomore, yes.
No, he graduated before I came over.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
he
97.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah.
I thought he was like maybe graduated in like 98. Man, another movie one. You ready for another question?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. If you were directing a movie, who would you want cast as your leading man and woman? Who are your go-to actors?
Who are my go-to? What's the premise of it?
We'll just say comedy.
Comedy?
Rapid fire.
I don't know.
Just throw it out.
Seth Rogen and
Jonah Hill
the
as
chick
a female.
from Always Sunny, D.
Oh, D. Yeah, she's funny. All right, let's go.
That'd be an interesting concoction.
Yeah, that would be. Mine would be leading. Who would be your leading man or woman? My leading man would be Andy Samberg. I just love Andy Samberg. I think he's hilarious. And then female, I'd probably go with like an Emma. What's the Emma chick? Emma Stone. I don't know. I think she's funny on Zombieland and stuff like that.
Have you seen that one with Samberg where it's like Groundhog Day?
No, that's a Netflix one. I haven't
that's
seen
actually
that.
pretty funny, dude.
Is it really?
Yeah, like there's some parts you'll laugh pretty hard at.
All right, I'll check it out. I'll have to check it out. What is the worst name you can call someone? If you had to call someone anything, like you get mad. Neighbor. Why is that so bad?
Because
you don't want neighbors.
They don't want to live next to me.
Oh, I gotcha.
No, I don't know.
I gotcha.
I guess a racist, considering that's what everybody's being called
that's
nowadays.
True. That's true. I hate being called a racist, and I'm not even a racist. I'm like a quarter racist.
Dude, I got accused of white fragility.
Really?
Have you gone across that bridge yet? That's a really, really awkward one.
Yeah, it's so weird.
You know what a Kafka trap is?
Don't know that. No.
All right, that's for another discussion. But dude, it's pretty much there's nothing you could do. Like there's no response that you could do. No matter what you do, you're racist. No matter what.
Really?
Yeah. It was like, where the hell did this come from?
Right. I'm not even gonna go into that. Man, let's see. What would be a terrible place to find yourself tomorrow? Terrible place you would never want to be.
On the side of the road with my vehicle broken down.
That would suck. Absolutely. In snow, or rain, or the hottest sun, like 110 degree day, or just freezing your balls off.
I'm talking like no clouds, sun's out, 75 degrees,
and you're stuck.
Yeah.
You can't do anything.
Yeah.
Wow, you're right. That's actually a lot. You're thinking of all the things you could be doing right now,
yeah, exactly.
And you're stuck. Dude, see, this is why I like Mark. He just thinks outside the box so much.
I'm claustrophobic, bro.
What moral character could never be questioned? What's one moral fiber character would you say that could never be questioned?
One for me?
Yeah, sure.
I would say...
Genuine.
Yeah, sure.
I'd say that for you, for sure. You're a genuine guy. You're like, take it or leave it. This is who I am.
I try to do the golden rule.
Yeah, take it or leave it. This is who I am. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. But this is you don't usually change for people. You're not the chameleon guy. You can talk with people. You can have a conversation with people, but you're Mark.
I could adjust, but I'm not going to be somebody I'm not.
Right. Who would you cast for the before and after picture of a weight loss program?
Christian Bale.
Oh, because of
Machinist, and then Batman was right after it.
Yes, I would. What's Machinist and then Batman?
Begins.
I was thinking of the other one. Who was the one that went to the cowboy, the Texas?
You're talking about Matt McConaughey, where he did Dallas Buyers Club.
Dallas Buyers Club. He was super skinny, but was he ever big in anything?
I mean, he's been big, but not huge. But Christian Bale, I actually watched it. I saw a meme where it says, "Whenever a girl asks you who you look like, just say Christian Bale because he looks like somebody different all the time." But no, he did the Machinist where he was like 120 pounds, and then he packed on like about 100 pounds, and then slimmed down for Batman Begins. Like right after that, it was crazy.
Yeah, those guys. I wish I could do that.
He's a straight up method actor, man. Like he in that Machinist role didn't pay him squat. He just did it because he could do it. He was on like a diet of like chewing gum. You could like see his spine and eye sockets and everything.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Where would you like to get lost? Where, if you could get lost anywhere, is it city? Is it jungle? Is it forest?
The cheese maze under Chuck E. Cheese.
Guys, that's what I'm talking about. You don't know what he's gonna say next. Last question before we jump into my questions. What is the best part about staying at a hotel? Your favorite thing about staying at a hotel?
The mint on the pillow.
The mint on the pillow.
No.
I haven't experienced that in a long time.
No, the best thing about staying at the hotel is the fact that you don't have to clean up shit.
Just enough. All right, so here's some quick questions that I wanted to ask you. One of them is the Seattle. You grew up
West Seattle.
Okay, so were you a local sports fan at all? Not saying that. Did you ever go to a Mariners game or a Seahawks game?
I used to go to Mariners games
all the time.
But okay. I never went to like a Seahawks game.
What about? Yeah, me neither. Not until
I
later.
think I went to one when I was a kid, but I don't remember nothing.
What about Sonics? Did you go to Sonics?
Went to some Sonics games.
Okay, so right now, if you could reverse time, go back into the early 90s, and you knew you had to give up one, because there's a point where the Seahawks almost left in the early 90s. There was a point where the Mariners almost left, I think mid-90s, early mid-90s, and then obviously the Sonics left in the 2000s. So would you change that at all? Would you would you want to keep the Sonics and give up the Mariners or give up the Seahawks, kind of a thing?
I'd keep the Seahawks. I'd say, I don't know. It's like I've never been a big basketball guy. Not that I'm against it. I just never got into it. I think the only reason I'd pick baseball is just because I grew up playing Little League. It went to kind of like same way you played basketball, you know?
Right.
But otherwise, like, I think the Sonics were definitely overall probably a better team than the Mariners, like when they were playing. Like,
Right.
Mariners, they're very, very hot and cold. Marco Polo.
They're so hot right now.
Like Hansel.
Yes, so
Zoolander.
hot right now. So you would keep who?
Depends on who's on the team at the time, I guess. Like if it's a team where they got the core guys that you're used to watching.
Yes, okay.
Then I'd say definitely that'd be a deciding factor. But if it's a bunch of brand new guys that I ain't familiar with, then I'd say
Get them out.
Get.
Kind of like how I am with the Mariners right now. Don't really
Exactly.
know who. Like maybe
Dude, they trade players too much now.
too fast. We're the farm team of like the Yankees. I mean, like that's.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to be the last record in baseball to ever be broken?
I feel like you've already know this answer. The last record to ever be broken. The last one.
Like if it's ever broken, what do you think it is?
Like the next one, or
The hardest record in baseball to break.
Okay. Probably. Shoot, I don't know what even the records are. I think home runs possibly, but I'd say probably a streak. Probably, I read something interesting. Ichiro, like on his like, don't quote me on the number, but like his like,
You're gonna get fact checked, bro.
7th at bat, hit a double, and then he never dropped below like 500 or 400 again or 300. I don't know, something like that, some weird thing like that in his batting average. I think that's kind of hard one to break. I'd say that one.
For me, I think it's going to be Cal Ripken Jr.'s record of the most consecutive
games ever played. That kind of jumped into my head, but
because there's too many things that you're not in control of.
Yeah,
like it's one thing to get a
COVID.
loss. There's like literally there's so many things. Travel, you know what I mean? There's so many things that are out of your hands.
Right.
And he got like 2,600 games or something like that consecutively. I'd have to check it, but I think it was like somewhere around that number. I mean, that's just insane. Like,
that's crazy.
The fact that ever happened is mind blowing.
Absolutely.
I don't think that one's ever going to get broken.
Yeah, no, that one's crazy. I don't know. I mean, okay, let me ask you this. We're talking baseball. Right now, there's a big debate about all the big names that got involved with steroids, and they didn't even no one's nominated for the Hall of Fame this year, right? No inductees, I should say. No one was voted in. So, but they had Barry Bonds on there. They had, I don't know if they had Mark McGwire. I'm sure they did. Do they make it ever in your eyes? Should they be in the Hall of Fame, even though they got the steroid?
I think they need to be in their own side bracket, like their own Hall of Fame of anybody with a tainted asterisk next to their name. Like that way,
that's amazing.
Because that way
you
they're competing
should create
that way they're competing against each other. Because if they all cheated, then it's like, okay, then your record's going to be based off another guy that cheated, so therefore nobody has an unfair advantage over the other guy.
Dude, you that's $1 million idea. You don't just do baseball, you do all sports. You say anyone, the Hall of Fame, the tainted Hall of Fame. And now let's talk about who's going to be in that. Obviously, Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire, A-Rod, possibly. That's baseball. But I'm like, let's get crazy. I'm thinking like, not Nancy Kerrigan, but who was the girl that bashed the knee in?
Tanya Harding.
Tanya Harding's in that.
Did you ever watch that movie, I, Tanya?
Yes.
Dude, that guy who plays the bodyguard is the funniest dude. He's the guy who played Richard Jewell.
I don't even. Oh, in when what?
The Clint Eastwood movie, about the bombing?
Yes.
Or the bomb, that security guy? That's the same dude who plays the bodyguard. Dude,
I didn't even realize. See, that's you're like the IMDb. So what other sports figures would you say that have a tainted? I mean, Pete Rose kind of has
Wasn't
one.
Roger Clemens? Didn't he get popped for that too?
Kurt Schilling kind of has one going on right now. We're all talking baseball right now.
Might as well be UFC, man.
Yeah, basketball. I mean, didn't someone like haul off and beat someone up?
Oh, was that like crazy fight in the bleachers with that dude?
Yeah. That was. I'm sure he'll still be in it. I actually remember watching that at a bar when that happened.
Yeah, that was nuts. I was at the game where Griffey fractured his wrist.
Were you?
Yeah, I still got the ticket stub somewhere.
You know what you can do?
It was like May 26th or
if
something.
you have that, you can go get that graded. That's worth money. Believe it or not.
Oh, yeah, I got like 2 or 3 of them.
Dude, if you have that, you can send it to PSA and have them grade it if it's in good condition.
It's not in good condition, but it's still collectible.
Okay. Anyway, all right. So we're digressing, but I love talking sports. I don't know that you're such a sports guy.
I'm not too knowledgeable in sports unless it's UFC. I fell way off the
Now,
wagon
what did you think
stuff.
about the last fight with Conor McGregor and what's his
Dustin Poirier?
Yeah. Were you surprised?
Honestly, my honest assessment, because I'm not feeling the leg kicks, I'm not seeing the damage it's doing. I honestly was thinking in my mind that Conor was reserving his gas tank and almost not pulling the trigger on him because he didn't want to gas himself out. So I honestly felt like when I seen Dustin getting hit a couple times, I was thinking, I think he's holding back, and I think he's just going to crank up the volume in like round 3 and really put the pressure on him.
Yeah.
And then his leg just went out on him in the second round, and he got hit, and I was like, dude, I totally thought he was going to win this fight.
Yeah.
So that one was kind of a shock for me. I honestly was rooting for Dustin, but I was saying when Conor's focused, he's a hard guy to beat, but obviously he had a big hole in his game right there. Justin Gaethje would have destroyed him if he got messed up by those leg kicks.
So is Conor done?
I think he's only done if he wants to be done. I think he could easily come back. It's hard to get hungry when you're sleeping in silk sheets, dude.
Was that your like play on words, or was that
No, everybody says that. But I mean, it's true. It's like all those Rocky movies. Every time you train in the shitty gym, you win, and every time you train in the fancy one, you lose, dude. Clubber Lang whipped his ass in Rocky 3. Then he went back and trained in some old gym with Apollo Creed and came back and whooped his ass.
Dude. Movie Mark. So did you were you kind of thrilled about Fight Island? Like that whole premise, that whole idea of just getting people away and quarantine so that an actual fight can actually happen?
I think it's awesome. I like it honestly more without the fans because you could hear all the strikes.
Yeah,
I think it's way better.
Did you get it with your bro or did you pay? I mean, did you go?
We paid for it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you hear Dana White cracking down all the streamers and stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
One thing, I guess I'm stupid when it comes to streaming stuff, but like, why don't they just take down these sites? Like, there's no way anybody could stream if they just take down these sites.
That's what I think about, like, all the shit out there. Like, there's so many shitty, horrible. Like, I remember learning about people say, "Oh, it's the dark web." Like, I don't know if I've ever traveled in the dark web. I don't think I ever have.
I've seen too many episodes of Black Mirror, so I stay away from that shit.
Black Mirror is like you're like who tweeted that out today? Russell Okung was Seahawk player. He tweeted out today. He said, "Teach your kids that we're like." That every Black Mirror episode is just a few steps away from reality.
It's true, man.
Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's like there. I remember this girl that I used to work with at Safeway. She's like, "Oh, have you seen this?" And I'm like, "What's that?" And this was like back in the day, back when they were doing 2 Girls 1 Cup. Like, there's like stuff out there that's just like where people deform their bodies. Like, it's weird and disgusting and like it's like this is out there. This is horrible.
Dude, I saw one that was...
Shut that stuff down.
I saw one that was really disturbing. One of the ones you can't unsee, man.
Yeah, do not even describe it to me.
It's not like 2 Girls 1 Cup shit, though.
No, it's like mutation.
No.
Oh, no, probably someone die?
No. Just an accident.
Oh, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
You sure?
Listen, I'm gonna.
We don't have to, but I just want to see that. I want to see that.
We're playing the board game Taboo, where they have that buzzer where it buzzes you. I might buzz you,
like Simpsons when they get buzzed and they got the phone bats.
I'm gonna buzz you. So go ahead and start. And if I buzz you, you're done.
Okay, so I think it was Butch that sent it to me. It got taken down.
Buzz. No, I'm kidding.
It got taken down like pretty quick, but it's like like where you got that big concrete walkway by where you dock your boats and stuff.
Yes.
And then you got like a walkway that goes up to an upper tier.
Yes.
Well, this guy was just jumping off the side to dive into the water. And he dove head first and didn't go far enough. And he hit his face right on the corner of that lower concrete slab and went in the water. And it was like just all this blood, like almost like he got attacked by a shark. That's nothing, dude. The next scene.
Buzz! Buzz! I'm buzzing you. I'm going to close my ears. No, Buzz! No! Does he have a nose still?
Dude, you want me to continue or not?
Guys, hey, we're going to do a little bit of earmuffs here. If you don't want to listen, go ahead and... I'm going to give him 3 seconds to just... No, I'm going to give him 5 seconds to describe it because he's a guy likes to describe things. So, 5 seconds starting...
adjectives.
Starting now.
Okay. So the next scene you see, he's in the ER room, and his
face...
Wait,
that's been 5 seconds. Okay, we're extending this another 5 seconds. Go.
His face is split open like the Predator, and you see like a tongue moving around.
Oh!
He's got like nothing in his head, dude.
Is he alive?
He was alive, but it's like his head looked like it was hollowed out with an ice cream scoop.
Oh.
And you see his tongue moving around, and the guy's like trying to hold his face like closed like the Predator, dude. He was nuts. I can't unsee that, dude. There's like straight up faces of death shit right there.
Welcome back, everyone. Okay.
Psych! No.
Oh, so bad. So bad. Yeah, I don't get into that stuff.
I don't either.
At all. I know when people people have sent stuff and I'm like, oh, check this out. You open up like, why? Yeah, shut that stuff down.
Yeah.
Right? That's the stuff. Get that out of here.
But I mean, like, let's say they track my IP address if I'm streaming a fight or something.
Yeah, then they find that immediately.
It's like, okay, so they have to
fine.
see that I'm
or $10,000.
They have to see that I'm streaming a fight.
Yeah.
So how can you see I'm streaming a fight without seeing what I'm streaming it from?
Right.
But yet you can't track them, so it's like you're gonna like. It's like we're gonna bring you to jail even though you're handcuffed to some ghost, but we can't charge them shit. Like it's like what the hell's up with that? Like. Because that's what it feels like. It feels like you're like handcuffed to a ghost and you're guilty. And then it's like, okay, what about the guy that's like handcuffed? It's like, Where did he go?
Right.
Get back here, Kevin Bacon. Fucking Hollow Man shit right there.
Oh. I'm about to go eat dinner. I'm definitely going to order like a sloppy Joe or like a chili dog now. That's so bad.
What about some pasta?
No, I'm done.
Eggplant parmesan.
No. No. I feel like do you feel like you got your flow back? I feel like you got your flow back.
I mean, I think it really just depends on who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
If I'm talking to somebody that like doesn't allow me to like play some ping pong with them, then it's harder.
Yeah, no, I see. Joey didn't let you do any ping pong when we did the live recording.
Dude, I felt like I was playing wall ball with a deflated wall ball, dude.
We tell you what, if there's anyone that you can describe anything, Joey is definitely a deflated wall ball. So that's really good. I'm going to tell him that next time I see him. I say, hey, you know what? You got described as a deflated wall ball, and they'll probably like agree. But yeah.
Not that he's a deflated wall ball.
No, we're gonna keep. I know you didn't mean
just the exchange was like. I felt like we were playing a game of deflated wall ball.
No. He's a deflated wall ball. I agree with that 110%. I completely agree. Man. Well, we did the Halfy hour, or if you want to do the Amish Halfy hour, it was 30 minutes plus 15.
Yeah.
Or
Everything
plus
you do plus a half. That's how we survived.
That's how they did it. So appreciate you guys.
10 frames.
Dude, guys, hit up Mark Herbert Schmidt. Let me ask questions. Actually, hit me up too. Send me messages that you want me to ask him. This guy, you can pry his brain open, just like if he dove off a frickin' tier or pier.
Baskin Robbins, just get the scooper.
Oh, and then we can just see what's in that brain as well. And typically it's probably just a tongue just moving around.
It's like talking. When you go in the Halloween Funhouse and you put your hand in that hole where the garbage bag is.
Oh yeah,
and it's like Jello and shit.
It's Jello I remember that. Oh gosh, those were weird. Peeled grapes,
pile of dog shit.
That's so bad.
You put every single hole. There's a pile of dogs.
That's so bad.
Just different breeds of dogs.
So bad. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Hit us up. Go hit up the Patreon. Like I said, go hit up the sponsors as well. That's Bordeaux Wine Bar. It's not a haunted house. We got Cole Street Brewery moved down to the Courier Herald, and then also go hit up Mazatlan. That stayed the same spot for the past 200 years. So thank you, Mark, for coming on. Appreciate you, buddy. And we'll do we'll do more of these more often. And anyway, thanks for listening. Have a great week, everybody, and take care.
Rock over.
Oh, yeah, wait. I forgot about this. Oh, yeah, we got to end it with Mark. I keep forgetting about this. Okay, so Mark ends it in this awesome way. I threw it at him. Now he's thinking about it. I gave him too much time to think about it. So anyway, everyone, have a great week. And Mark, go ahead and send us off.
Rock over, Buckley. Rock on, Chehalis.
Hazardous conditions ahead.
McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Slippery when wet. Watch for falling objects. Prepare yourself for entering the mind and thoughts of Mark Herbert Schmidt. 20 minutes to leave your mark.